Welcome the rare gems. The resilient mindset of Sigma females is something truly remarkable. These women aren't just strong, they're mentally tough in ways most people can't even begin to understand. They don't follow the usual path of seeking approval or fitting into neat boxes. Instead, they rely on themselves, constantly sharpening their minds through experience, solitude, and self-reflection. For them, adversity isn't a roadblock, but a tool to shape their future. Sigma females don't break when life gets tough. They bend, adapt, and come out even stronger. It's not about pretending everything's okay or ignoring challenges. It's about acknowledging them, owning the struggle, and using it to become unstoppable. This mindset isn't for everyone, and that's what makes it stand out. It's quiet, resilient power, driven by a deep sense of independence and purpose. Let's get started. Rare gems. I encourage you watch until the end for better understanding. Number 1. Failure is data, not defeat. For Sigma females, failure isn't something to fear or avoid. It's a valuable source of information. Unlike most people who get discouraged by setbacks, they don't see failure as a personal defeat. To them, it's simply data, a way to learn what worked and what didn't. Every failure provides clues highlighting areas that need improvement while stripping away anything that doesn't serve them. They approach these moments without the emotional baggage that typically comes with falling short. Instead of feeling embarrassed or ashamed, they see it for what it is: feedback. This mindset allows them to stay calm and objective, even in situations where others might crumble. There's no self-pity or second-guessing. They break down the failure, analyze it, and make the necessary adjustments to move forward. This relentless focus on improvement means that every mistake pushes them closer to mastery. It's not about avoiding mistakes, but learning from them in a way that sharpens their skills and understanding. This approach to failure frees Sigma females from the fear of taking risks. They know that even if things don't go as planned, the experience will provide insights they can use in the future. In their world, failure is never the end. It's part of the journey toward something greater. Their resilience comes from knowing that each setback is just a stepping stone, not a wall. Number 2. Resilience through self-validation. Sigma females don't rely on others to validate their worth or achievements. While most people look for approval from family, friends, or society, Sigma females have mastered the art of. They've built a strong inner voice that's louder than any external praise. This internal voice encourages them, celebrates their growth, and keeps them grounded, whether the world is watching or not. They don't need cheerleaders to feel accomplished, because their sense of worth comes from within. What makes this resilience so powerful is that it frees them from the expectations and opinions of others. They don't waste time chasing applause or worrying about criticism. Instead, they trust their instincts and focus on their personal goals, knowing that only they can truly measure their progress. This self-reliance doesn't mean they're closed off to feedback, but they don't depend on it to feel motivated or successful. Because their confidence isn't tied to external validation, Sigma females remain steady even when they're misunderstood or underappreciated by others. They don't get rattled by the ups and downs of public opinion because they've already done the hard work of validating themselves. This kind of inner strength allows them to take risks, embrace challenges, and keep moving forward without the need for applause. Their resilience comes from within, making them unshakable, regardless of who's in their corner. They understand that the only approval they truly need is their own. Number 3. The silent dismantling of obstacles. Sigma females approach obstacles with a quiet determination that's easy to underestimate. While others may broadcast their challenges or seek sympathy, Sigma females prefer to work in silence. They don't need to announce their struggles or ask for help. They simply get to work. With a sharp focus and relentless patience, they break down problems one piece at a time, steadily dismantling whatever stands in their way. The most remarkable part: by the time anyone notices they were facing a challenge, it's already over. They've already moved past the obstacle, leaving people wondering how they handled it so effortlessly. Sigma females don't seek validation for overcoming hardships. They thrive on the satisfaction of knowing they faced their problems head-on and won without needing to make a scene. This quiet strength is what sets them apart. They understand that loudness doesn't equal power, and they have no interest in proving themselves to others. Their focus is on the solution, not the struggle. Every obstacle is treated as a problem to be solved, not a drama to be shared. This ability to silently dismantle their challenges keeps them ahead, often surprising those who underestimated them. In the end, their resilience is not just about surviving difficulties but mastering them on their terms. And because they don't need recognition, their victories are even more satisfying, achieved quietly but thoroughly. Number 4, strategic vulnerability. Sigma females are masters of. While many people wear their emotions on their sleeves or share their struggles too freely, Sigma females take a different approach. They don't open up to just anyone. Instead, they're revealing their weaknesses only to those they trust deeply. This isn't about building walls. It's about maintaining control over who gets to see their softer side. When they do choose to be vulnerable, it's intentional and carefully thought out. They understand that revealing a piece of themselves can strengthen relationships and deepen connections, but only when shared with the right people. By being selective, they avoid the emotional fallout that often comes from opening up to the wrong audience. This approach allows them to build trust without sacrificing theirs. What makes this strategy so powerful is that it creates a sense of balance. Sigma females can show their human side without feeling exposed or weak. This calculated openness reinforces their relationships because it comes from a place of trust and mutual respect, not a need for validation. The people they confide in know that they've been chosen, which strengthens the bond between them. At the same time, Sigma females never compromise their independence or inner strength. They may share parts of themselves, but they always remain in control of their emotions and boundaries. This is what makes their vulnerability not a weakness, but that builds stronger, more meaningful connections without eroding their core resilience. Thank you for being a valued subscriber. Your ongoing support means the world to us and motivates us to keep creating meaningful content. We genuinely appreciate your engagement and commitment. Number 5, the willingness to lose everything. One of the most striking and sometimes intimidating qualities of Sigma females is their if necessary. They don't cling to relationships, careers, or lifestyles that no longer serve their growth or purpose. For most people, the idea of letting go of something familiar or important can be terrifying. But for Sigma females, this isn't about fear. It's about clarity and strength. They know that nothing is permanent, and they don't hold on to things out of comfort or obligation. This mindset makes them incredibly powerful. Whether it's a relationship that's run its course, a career that no longer aligns with their values, or a way of life that's become stagnant, Sigma females won't hesitate to walk away when it's time. There are no sacred cows in their lives, nothing so untouchable that it can't be left behind if it's no longer beneficial. What's even more remarkable is that they don't make these decisions out of coldness or detachment, but from a deep understanding of their own worth and purpose. They refuse to settle for anything less than what they need to thrive. This doesn't mean they don't care. It means they care enough about themselves to make tough choices that others would shy away from. By embracing this mindset, Sigma females remain free from the fear of loss. They understand that letting go is sometimes the most powerful step towards something greater. Now, at number 6. Anticipating manipulation as an inevitable reality. Sigma females are anything but naive when it comes to the realities of human behavior, especially manipulation. They understand that manipulation is an inevitable part of life, whether it's in relationships, work, or social dynamics. This awareness doesn't make them paranoid, but it does make them highly perceptive and prepared. Instead of being caught off guard by someone's hidden agenda or subtle power plays, Sigma females as a natural part of human interaction. Their approach is not about mistrust, but about being realistic. They recognize manipulation as a tool that some people use to get what they want, and instead of being rattled or blindsided, they calmly see it coming. By identifying the early signs, whether it's emotional manipulation, deceit, or subtle mind games, They neutralize its impact before it even takes hold. This anticipation gives them a powerful edge. Sigma females don't overreact or fall into traps. They remain composed, often turning the tables by refusing to engage in manipulative dynamics. They don't give manipulators the reaction they're seeking, which renders the effort useless. It's this quiet, strategic approach that keeps Sigma females in control of their environment. They move through life with their eyes wide open, understanding that manipulation is simply part of the landscape, but one that they're fully equipped to handle. For them, it's not a matter of if manipulation will happen, but when. And by the time it does, they've already rendered it powerless. Number 7. Rejection as redirection. For Sigma females, is never seen as a dead end or a reason to wallow in self-doubt. Instead, they view it as a powerful form of. When doors close, they don't take it personally. They don't sit around wondering why things didn't work out or questioning their worth. To them, rejection is the universe's way of steering them towards something better, something more aligned with their true purpose. This mindset transforms what could be seen as a setback into an opportunity for growth. Sigma females have the wisdom to recognize that not every opportunity is meant for them, and sometimes being turned down is a blessing in disguise. They don't see it as failure, but as a sign to adjust their course. If something or someone doesn't work out, they understand that it simply wasn't part of their journey. What makes this approach so powerful is that it keeps them from getting stuck in disappointment. Instead of feeling defeated by rejection, they use it as fuel to push forward. It sharpens their focus, making them more determined to find the paths that truly resonate with who they are and what they want out of life. They trust that every no is leading them to a bigger, better yes. In the end, rejection becomes a stepping stone, a nudge toward greater opportunities, rather than an obstacle. Sigma females see it not as something to fear, but as an essential part of their personal evolution. Number 8. Mastery over emotions, not suppression. Sigma females don't shy away from their emotions, but they also don't let their feelings take control. Rather than burying their emotions or pretending they don't exist, they choose to them. For them, emotions are not dictators, signals meant to provide insight, but never to control their actions. What makes Sigma females stand out is their ability to feel deeply without being overwhelmed by those feelings. They've learned how to use their emotions as tools to. When they experience anger, frustration, or sadness, they don't suppress these feelings or let them fester. Instead, they acknowledge the emotion, trace it to its source, and channel that energy into something productive. Whether it's overcoming a challenge, making a tough decision, or navigating difficult relationships, Sigma females use their emotions to guide them while staying firmly in control. This emotional mastery gives them a remarkable sense of power and self-assurance. They don't act impulsively or let momentary feelings sway them. Instead, they maintain a sense of calm and clarity, even in situations where others might lose their cool. By mastering their emotions rather than suppressing them, Sigma females move through life with quiet confidence, knowing that their emotional strength sets them apart. Their ability to channel emotions into purpose is what gives them the resilience and focus that many others struggle to find. Number 9. Ruthless self-assessment. Sigma females are known for their ability to engage in. While many people tend to overlook or sugarcoat their flaws, Sigma females take a completely different approach. They confront their shortcomings with brutal honesty, refusing to hide behind comforting illusions or excuses. For them, self-delusion is never part of the equation. This kind of raw self-awareness allows them to grow in ways that others often can't. Instead of avoiding uncomfortable truths, they dive straight into them. They dissect their behaviors, choices, and weaknesses with precision, always seeking to understand where they can improve. It's not about being harsh on themselves, but about recognizing that real growth only comes from. Sigma females don't see their flaws as something to be ashamed of. They view them as areas for development. They aren't afraid to admit when they've fallen short, because in their eyes, acknowledging a problem is the first step to solving it. This mindset keeps them sharp, constantly evolving, and always striving to be the best version of themselves. What sets them apart is their commitment to improvement. They don't just identify their weaknesses, they work tirelessly to them. Whether it's personal habits, emotional tendencies, or professional challenges, Sigma females are relentless in their pursuit of self-betterment. This is what fuels their resilience and allows them to navigate life with a strength and clarity that few others possess. Number 10. Zero tolerance for emotional manipulation. Sigma females have when someone attempts to guilt trip or manipulate them emotionally, they see through the tactic immediately. They don't entertain games or power plays, recognizing that anyone who resorts to such tactics is not worthy of their time or trust. For Sigma females, emotional manipulation is not just an annoyance, it's a red flag. They understand that true relationships are built on honesty and respect, not on trying to control or coerce. They're quick to cut ties with those who use emotional strategies to influence or undermine them. They know that engaging with such individuals only serves to diminish their own sense of self-worth and clarity. This ability to see through emotional manipulation comes from their strong sense of self and clear boundaries. Sigma females don't allow themselves to be swayed by guilt trips or emotional pressure. They maintain their composure and make decisions based on what's right for them, not what others are trying to impose. By rejecting manipulative behavior outright, they protect their emotional well-being and keep their relationships genuine and straightforward. Their policy isn't about being unkind or dismissive. It's about valuing their own integrity and not letting anyone compromise it. In their world, anyone who plays emotional games is immediately deemed unworthy of their presence and trust. In conclusion, thee is a blend of strength, clarity, and self-reliance. They face life's challenges with an unwavering sense of purpose, using rejection as redirection and mastering their emotions rather than suppressing them. Their ability to anticipate manipulation and conduct ruthless self-assessments sets them apart from the crowd. They don't just navigate obstacles, they dismantle them quietly, all while maintaining a strong sense of inner validation. Sigma females are defined not by the struggles they encounter, but by how they rise above them. Their resilience is a testament to their deep self-awareness and relentless drive to stay true to their path, no matter the hurdles. They don't rely on external approval or fear the unknown. Instead, they embrace change as a chance to realign and grow. This mindset turns every challenge into a stepping stone, proving that true strength lies in how we respond to life's demands. Ultimately, the resilient mindset of Sigma females isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving with an extraordinary grace and confidence that inspires others. Their ability to keep moving forward no matter what showcases a profound inner strength and a remarkable clarity of purpose. In their journey through life, they remind us all that resilience is not just a quality, but a way of life. Thank you, Rare Gems, for tuning in. Stay resilient. See you in our next video. God bless you.